Hi, hello, wow. Fancy seeing you here. Oh, I don't know how to start intros. If you've been here for a while, which I honestly I don't know who from back then is still watching my videos, but if you've been here for a while, then you know that last year, and I think many years after that, I used to do this video called Current Favorites. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that back. I'm not gonna do it monthly because I don't feel like I have a lot of new favorites every month because I'm a fixed sign. It takes a while for me to venture off into like new different things. I'm gonna categorize this in 5 groups. The first one is going to be music. The second one is going to be books. The third one is going to be clothes and items. The fourth one is going to be YouTubers and podcasts. And the fifth one is going to be quotes. Let's go and get started with the first group, which is going to be music. The first song that has been on my mind, and I'm pretty sure it's been on everybody's mind recently because it's a motherfucking bop. It is Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. If you do not know who she is, have you been living under a rock? She's #1 in all the charts right now, and I am so proud of her. Like, Jesus. It literally is perfection. Like, I don't even know how to describe how much I love that song. It's so beautiful. If you have not seen that, 10 out of 10 recommend you watching it, listening to it, stream it, get it into your brain, and keep it in your heart. Period. Also, shameless promo. If you haven't seen my cover for it, I'm going to link that in the description, or maybe I'll figure out how to do the whole linking thing. Yeah, shameless promo. Thanks, guys. The second one is a song that I've been listening to on repeat for at least like 2 weeks now, and it's called Around by Nicki. I'm not actually sure how old this song is, but I know it came out like a while ago. I really love this song because, I don't know, I just love the way that it flows, and I just love hearing like the melody of it. That soft, I guess contemporary like voice or music. I don't know, it's just, it hits different. I just feel like I can't describe music. How do I describe just how beautiful these songs are? Such emotion to them that I really enjoy and really love. So listening to them, immaculate. The way that her voice is structured during the entire song, it's very, I feel like I'm being transported to a different realm when I hear Around by Nicki. And then the last song for this is Soleil by Eric Ryan. I mostly fell in love with this song when it hits to the chorus. Just the way that he sings it makes me feel comforted, if that makes sense. I know that was a very terrible, description of the songs that I liked, but I don't know how else to describe them besides that. The way that they sound and the way that they structure the music and the melodies and the lyrics together makes me feel like I'm transported to a different universe. I just feel like I'm floating most of the time, and it feels very comforting. It feels like a warm hug. Those are my favorite songs as of right now. The next section, I am going to be talking about books. Ooh, yes. The first book is called Codependent No More by Melody Beatty. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but hear me out. Best book in the world. It is one of my all-time favorite books. I had just finished it literally like a week ago. Not even a week ago, maybe a few days ago, and I am in love with the book so much. So this is what it looks like. I have talked about this on another channel. I don't know if it's up still, but I'm not gonna link it, sorry. That I made a video about this book while I was getting ready for whatever I was getting ready for, but this book, literally a lifesaver. It took me about 7 to 8 months to finish this book though, because every chapter I wanted to kind of process what I had read and kind of apply the things that they were trying to exercise me to do for at least 30 days each. It was hell to try to apply the things that I learned in this book, but it was so worth it in the end because it's so life-changing and so influential because it really did talk about, the hardships and struggles of being codependent. It's very encouraging. The way that she had encouraged codependents to choose themselves, she basically just talked about being able to realize that, like, yes, you are codependent and that's okay. There are so many harsh things about being codependent and feeling like you're incredibly guilty or being shameful for being codependent. It also talks about knowing your own inner power to become better for yourselves and learn to love yourselves more and to choose yourselves in situations that normally you wouldn't probably choose yourself in. I've struggled a lot when it came to codependency my entire life, and when I first picked up this book, it actually hurt to read. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it took me a month or two to pick up the book again and actually start reading it for myself, because, you know, and I'm so glad that I did pick it back up and applied the exercises, answered the questions and everything. It has changed my life. 10 out of 10, would recommend, will link it down. So the next book I have in mind is called Eat, Pray, and Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. Pretty sure this book has been around for a very long time. I know it was in Crazy Rich Asians, like they talked about it at one point in that movie, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't actually get this because of the movie. My cousin actually gave me this as a present, I think like many Christmases ago, and I just never picked it up until this year. And honestly, it's a really good book. I haven't finished it yet. I'm almost done. I'm on the 3rd part of it. So I just finished India and now I am Indonesia. I actually didn't have much hope for this book. I didn't know that I'd be so interested in this book. Like, I didn't know that I would actually like this book as much as I do. When I first read it, I was just like, oh, okay, it's one of those, you know, self-journey books, cool. But the more that I read it, the more I learned to appreciate all the cultures that she had talked about in this book. And not only that, but like, it helped me realize that it's okay to balance myself in terms of indulging in my own pleasures, which is the first part of this book, which is Italy, and then the second part is discipline and patience with yourself and your mind, which is India, and the third one, which is Indonesia. I just started that part, so I don't know what it's gonna be about. I really do highly recommend this book, especially if you are going through your own self-discovery journey, as well as, you know, going through a breakup or some kind of loss, grief, or something. This is a really good book to look at because it really does give you a sense of hope and realization that your life is your own as well. So these two books, 10 out of 10. The last book, it's not really like a book where you read it really. It's a workbook. If you are familiar with my previous videos as well, you would know that I love Eileen. Her brand is called Lavender, and I actually last year got the 2020 workbook, Artist of Life workbook, and this year I got the 2021 Artist of Life workbook, and it looks like this. Yes, this. It's basically a workbook where you set your intentions for the year, set your goals for the year, what you want to accomplish, all the goals that you want to accomplish, all the things that you want to do for this year. It all goes into this book. She basically, her brand, her whole thing is to be able to show you that you can create your dream life, that you can be in control of your life, basically. This is, I think, her 5th or 6th edition. And for the 2020 workbook, that was my first edition that I bought. It really did change my life for the better. As you know, like 2020, it felt like a year where everything just kind of stopped. It felt like a year where you couldn't really do anything or accomplish your goals and stuff because of everything that was going on. When I had looked back on everything that I did that year, it made me realize just how much work that I put in within myself that year, and it's such a great way to reflect on just how much growth that you have. And so I'm excited for this year to use it again because I really cried. Like, I was bawling. It was hysterical. It just hits you in a way where you feel so proud of yourself for getting this far. I really highly recommend this book so much. Just saying. I'll link everything down below. You should try and get it. And if you want to be cool, not sponsored, but I wish it was. Now that the books are done, we are going to close. So I only really have one piece of clothing that I am very in love with right now, and it is this red windbreaker jacket thing. So this is actually my cousin's old jacket that she didn't want. It was just one of those things where she was like, yeah, I'm gonna put this in Savers, I'm just gonna donate it. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then I started wearing it and I was like, oh, I actually really like this jacket. So this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a burgundy. Yeah, a burgundy maroon color with black and white. It's a little bit broken on the inside where the sleeve is, and sometimes I would accidentally catch myself putting my arms in that sleeve instead of the actual sleeve, and I'm like, bro, I don't have a hand. It's really comfortable and it looks nice. The camera cut off because my alarm went off. So the next one is YouTubers and podcasts. I don't actually have podcasts this time. The only podcast that I've really been listening to is the Lavender podcast, and I've talked about that before. I just love all the things that she talks about. I just love Lavender. That's out of the way. The first YouTuber that I want to talk about, I randomly found her on the internet a few months ago. Her name is Nicole Raffi. I am so deeply sorry if I butcher anyone's name whatsoever. You can fight me. It's okay. I understand. I just really love her personality. Kind of feels like I'm talking to a friend that I haven't seen in a long time. I love hearing her experiences through life and college and all the things that she goes through. I love her cat Clementine. I don't know. I just love her videos. I don't think I love her because I don't know her. Do you ever see this, Nicole? Thank you very much. I appreciate your existence and your videos, and keep doing what you're doing because, girl, we need a little more of your wisdom all the time. So thanks. The next YouTuber I believe like everybody knows as well, and it is Brandon Walsh. You might know him as Kennedy's Walsh's brother or the new David Dobrik. It just always brings a smile on my face, and I just really like watching the Walsh family. It's like a reality TV show. 10 out of 10. Always making me laugh. Thank you, Brandon Walsh. And then the last one is Emma Chamberlain. I think out of like everyone that I've watched before, I really enjoy just how unapologetically herself she is. Honestly, I don't really have much words for her. I just really like her. I love her personality. I love her energy. I love the vibes she's given out. I love her fashion. I love the way that she presents herself. She's just great. You know, I'm realizing that like the way that I describe things, not very good. So sorry. The last part of this video is going to be quotes, and I honestly only have one specific quote that I am in love with right now, and it is from Codependent No More by Melody Beatty. Of course, I know, crazy. Who would have thunk? It is, "We aren't second-class citizens. We don't deserve to lead second-hand lives, and we don't deserve second-best relationships." 10 out of 10. Love that quote. Should always keep in your head. You are not second-class citizens. You are not second-class anything. You're number one. For yourself, for others, no matter what. Yourself, number one. That's pretty much it. I'll probably do this again in a few months or whenever I feel like it. If you liked it, thank you. I had a fun time actually, even though I feel like I was terrible at everything that I said. Thanks for coming by and watching me struggle. Thank you for struggling with me, and I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys like and love yourself a little more every single day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.